Good morning. It's Tia, the oil lady from the Oil Hut, and today we are going to discuss, as you can see, the aromatic use of essential oils. So that is where we will start. Now, there's only 4 chapters. This won't take us too long at all. Okay, so chapter 1 discusses why use essential oils aromatically. Okay, because they are renowned for their variety, for their uses, their benefits, providing versatile solutions for everyday problems. And among many ways to enjoy essential oils, aromatic use is a simple application method that can help anyone to experience the potent, uplifting, relaxing, and purifying nature of essential oils. Not only is the aromatic use of essential oils extremely convenient and simple, it also offers immediate benefit, such as promoting a calm, stable environment. Kind of handy at the moment. Purifying the air, definitely handy at the moment, and managing our mood and emotions and more. So using essential oils aromatically is an easy way to experience the power of essential oils with very little skill or knowledge, which is why aromatic use continues to be a popular application method in the essential oil world today. Now, there is some historical cases there. I'm not going to go through it. That's in the ebook, but it does mention Rome, China, Greece, India, ancient Egypt, some of those areas. So it has been around for a long time. Whilst there was no real science behind it previously, there has been a lot of research done in the last sort of 40 years. So they do affect the body. They do trigger specific chemical senses in the body to react, which is brilliant. So moving on, using essential oils to produce relaxing, calming, or uplifting feelings. So, as mentioned, research has shown that the scent of essential oils can trigger reactions in chemical senses within the brain, and many essential oils contain chemical properties that have been shown to promote relaxation, calming, the ability to soothe anxious feelings when used aromatically. So simple, easy, aromatic use is a simple and convenient application method that requires very little experience. Like we're talking aromatics, so we are really like, that's it. I smelt it. That's aromatic. Obviously, we can get a little bit more into that, and we will in a minute. So oils like lemon are uplifting, lavender, calming, frankincense is renewing and beautiful. Peppermint is really energizing, and myrrh is a nice soothing oil. Okay, they all have a different chemical makeup, and each person has different emotions and memories. So no two people will have the same reaction when using essential oils. However, the oils do have specific chemical elements that will help promote calming, relaxation, grounding, etc. So with that, that's all to do with our olfactory system and our memories and what's stored at the back of our brain. So lavender, for example, and this is extreme, if you had a grandma who was always cranky at you and, you get a bit anxious whenever you think about her. Well, if you smell lavender and that was the smell from her house, from around that space, around that time, if you smell lavender, then you are going to experience straight away those feelings of anxiety or whatever. But if you had a grandma who smelt of lavender, who was just beautiful and hugged you all the time and just made you feel so safe and comfortable, then the minute you smell lavender, that's where you're going to go back to. So same oil, same process, but we all have very different memories associated with different things. I remember years and years ago doing a class and going to talk about rosemary, and a person in the group, you could actually see them shrink straight into themselves. And that was only with the mention of the name, let alone the smell. And as we talked, it turned out that their grandfather had fought in the war, and rosemary had a very poignant memory for her. And so we just put the rosemary back in the box and found something else that did the job. So, which is pretty cool, because you'll find as we go through our course of classes, you'll find that there are always alternatives. So if you don't like lavender, for example, for that whole calming sleeping effect, try petitgrain. Okay, there's always another option. So don't dismiss it because it didn't work the first time, or that you didn't particularly like that smell. Okay, the aromatic use and purifying the air. Another major benefit of aromatic use is that it can use to purify the air. By using essential oils with purifying properties, you can dispel unwanted odors, replace them with pure, pleasant scents, and many of the air purifying products on the market contain toxins and chemicals, and I won't even go there. They give me headaches. They make me feel quite sick. So I much prefer the natural, the smell of the oils. Making the use of essential oils even more desirable. If you use high quality oils that are free from contaminants and fillers, essential oils provide a safe, natural way to purify the air in any room without inhaling harmful toxins. Using essential oils aromatically to improve or manage your mood. Traditionally they've been used to improve your mood, whether you need to stabilise your emotions, calm anxious feelings, promote feelings of motivation, or encourage relaxation. There is an essential oil or combination of oils with perfect chemical components to help you manage your mood quickly and effectively. So how does it work? If something is aromatic, it emits a distinct, potent, and pleasant smell. Through aromatic use, you can benefit from the natural properties of an essential oil when you breathe in the aroma, while topical and internal application require the body to come in direct contact with the oil on the skin or through ingesting it. Aromatic application merely requires the essential oil to pass through the nose. Aromatic use is typically done by diffusing or inhaling essential oils directly. So this is inhaling directly. Okay, diffusing is when we use something like this, when we use our diffuser. I'll come back to that one. Okay, the human sense of smell is a powerful tool. Sense of smell can produce significant mental, emotional, and psychological responses depending on how different aromas react within the brain. As aromatic compounds, essential oils have the ability to disperse through the air quickly. The volatility or ability to change state quickly of essential oils allows the user to experience the aroma of an oil quickly and easily, even from the very second that the bottle is opened. As mentioned previously, essential oils interact with chemical sensors in the brain, thus creating a response. These chemical sensors are called olfactory sensors, and they live in the olfactory system of the brain, the part of the brain that regulates our sense of smell. The olfactory system is connected to the limbic system, where emotions and memories are stored. And I remember years ago, my first mentor told me, and we didn't actually do it, but I'm going to share this with you anyway. Your olfactory system, okay, if you were to put your finger up your nose as far as it could go, it will touch a bone, and right behind that bone is your olfactory system. So it then connects the front part of the brain, which is where we live and respond and do things, to the back part of the brain that has all the memories. Okay, so when you go into a job interview, for example, and they ask you your name and you kind of go and you freeze, or you're in an exam and the same thing, you can't remember your name to write it down, that is because this part of the brain has gone into shock. So by opening up your oil in those instances, or using it before you walk into the interview or the thing, and using a drop of peppermint and just like waking up this part of the brain, means that when you go into your interview and into your exam or that nervous situation, what you'll find is this part of the brain is awake and straight away you have access to the memories at the back, which is kind of handy in that type of situation. Okay, so when using oils aromatically, the scent travels through the nose to the olfactory system where it is processed and then travels through the olfactory nerve to the limbic system. Once in the limbic system, the scent triggers responses in the brain based on memories and experience. Because of these reactions in the brain, essential oils have a particularly powerful effect when applied aromatically. Due to the validity, how volatile they are of essential oils, aromatic use is one of the most effective application methods, delivering the benefits quickly and conveniently. When essential oils are used aromatically, they are inhaled, absorbed through the respiratory tract and the lungs, and then circulated through the bloodstream. As we breathe in the scent of an essential oil, it triggers specific reactions based on our own individual emotions, behaviours, memories, and experiences. And this is why aromatic use is such a big part of mood management. Reactions in the brain cause psychological reactions that can alter and improve the mood. Okay, you might be wondering, how does an essential oil provide calming, uplifting, or energizing feelings? And it's due to their chemical makeup. And in most cases, essential oils can be classified as having either uplifting or calming effects. And here's a look at how the chemical structure of essential oils help to provide mood altering properties when inhaled. For example, mint oils are commonly known to be uplifting and energizing due to the high concentration of ketones. Now, ketones is a naturally occurring chemical that is in essential oils. Floral oils, typically composed of monoterpene alcohols, which provide calming characteristics. That's why peppermint has a very different reaction to rose. Herb, tree, and grass oils primarily include sesquiterpenes, oxides, esters, which help promote soothing, grounding, emotional, and feelings of renewal. Citrus oils contain chemical components like beta-pinene, monoterpenes, and limonene, which contain significant uplifting characteristics. And spice oils are phenols, which provide warming properties. So that's why your different oils do different things. And if you pick up 2 mint oils, for example, well, then you're going to get a bigger concentration of those ketones. So if that's what you're after, if you need that uplifting effect, then you need one mint oil will do the trick. But if you have a combination, then what you will find is that you will get that ketone response stronger. Then when you put that in your diffuser, that uplifting, energizing thing is great. But if we also want to change the smell a little bit, then we can add a citrus oil because it then has those uplifting characteristics as well. So peppermint and orange is lovely. Okay, it's nice, it's uplifting, it wakes that front part of the brain up, makes us feel better, and we have a blend. So the parts, the chemicals that are similar add together, and you then get a more complex and more effective blend. Using just peppermint is definitely going to wake your brain up, but if you want to put it in your diffuser and keep it going for a while, then something like orange or citrus bliss or any of your citrus oils will work as well. Okay, chapter 3 already. I told you we'd get through this without too much drama. So, choosing the right diffuser. Okay, so years ago we used to put a candle under an oil burner and we'd burn our oil. I've since learned that whilst that was the preferred way 20 years ago or 25 years ago when I got my diploma, it's not necessarily the most effective way. Okay, there was always the issue of the black soot, of the stuff in the air from your candle, making sure not only did you have good oils, but that you used good candles, that you didn't leave it going, because once the water dispersed, had gone, had evaporated, then if you had a glass tray and you were using a candle, I'd heard stories of them cracking. There's so many issues, safety issues around using your oils with a diffuser with a candle. So we now use electric diffusers, and they are all cold misting ones, which is great. And the mist, then you can see there's a little hole here. The mist comes out and goes through the room, and we breathe it in as we walk past. And if we've got it happening in our room the whole time, it happens. The bit that I love about these is that it doesn't change the composition of the oil. Okay, when you add heat to your essential oils, it does change the composition of the oil. When you use a cold mist, that doesn't happen. Okay, so these diffusers and all the doTERRA ones and all the More Than Oils ones that I use, the Alicon ones, they all have a couple of safety features. And the first one is this little thing in the bottom there, okay, that when there is no water left and there's nothing on that, the diffuser itself will turn itself off. Okay, that goes for all the diffusers that I have, that I sell. Okay, that will turn itself off. There is a line, it tells you how much water to put in. Okay, so you fill it up with your water. In a room, I use about 6 drops of oil. If I'm using it in the bedroom and I want to do a little bit of meditation or Reiki or whatever before I go to sleep, then I'd probably only use 2 or 3 drops in the diffuser. If I'm putting it in the bedroom because, I want to put the easy air and stop the snoring, then maybe 4 or 5 drops. In my lounge room during the day, totally 6 drops, no drama at all. And so if I'm just using frankincense, that would be 6 drops of frankincense. Or if I'm doing a combination, then it would be, say, 3 drops of frankincense, 3 drops of citrus bliss, or whatever you choose to use. So into there. Okay, bedroom, lounge room, kitchen, bathroom. While you're in the bathroom, you can put them on while you're having your bath, or you can use the oils in the bath, but that's another talk. Okay, you can use them in the children's room. Again, with the kids, they are so much smaller and more sensitive than us. So if I'm using 4 drops in my room, then maybe 1 or 2 in the kids' room. And don't put it right next to the cot. That just makes sense. Put it over on the bench. Okay, now with that, the next thing, most of the diffusers that I use are plastic. So if the kids were to knock them over, okay, they will bounce. They may damage. There's no guarantees that they won't damage, but they are plastic, so you're not going to get a massive smash everywhere. 2, if they do knock it over and the oil and the water falls out, as soon as there's nothing there, it turns itself off. Okay, so it's turned itself off and all you've got is a puddle of cold water with a little bit of oil in it. So wipe that up nice and quick and you'll be right. Now you do need to clean them every now and then. Actually, I need to start doing that. I do put it on my group every now and then and remind people it's time to clean your diffuser. So I will start trying to remember to do that every month. I'll pick a day and I'll set it every month to remind people that it's time to clean your diffuser. It just stops the buildup of oil that sometimes can get in there. It's up to you. Like, you'll know whether you need to clean it or not. If you're using a lot of your citrus oils, then you won't get much of a buildup. But if you're using your heavier resinous oils like patchouli or sandalwood or even frankincense, definitely myrrh, vetiver, then you may start to get a bit of a buildup in there. Okay, a few tips for maintenance. Clean it regularly according to the manufacturer's instructions. Try to use natural cleaning agents like water and vinegar, and unplug it, please, before you start to clean it. That's always a good idea. All right, so how to use them, how to enjoy the benefits of aromatic use. Now that you understand the benefits of using essential oils aromatically, you might be looking for ways to get started. When used safely, essential oils have endless applications for purifying the air, improving mood, promoting calm, relaxed atmosphere. And when you download the ebook, you'll see that there's a whole pile more information on using those. Okay, I will comment on this section. So there is a bit about safety. So we've already pretty much covered the safety that way. Keep your oils out of reach of children. Keep the lids on. Big one, keep this lid on. Okay, some of the oils are thicker than others. They will take a while to come out. If you do look very carefully inside that part there, you will find that there are two little holes. So if you've got them facing up and down, air can go in, oil can come out. Okay, be patient. Some of the oils are thicker. Much better to be patient than to tip half a bottle out accidentally. So those dripper lids on. And that way too, your oils, some oils aren't cheap, but if you know that you need to use 3 drops in your diffuser, count them out, okay? And that way you're not wasting your oil. Okay, if you want to do a blend, we've touched on sort of frankincense and orange or peppermint and orange using some of your different ones. So it is a fun way to use it, and you get different aromas every day. Now, you can write it down so that if you don't like the smell, you know not to make that blend again. So you can just do it intuitively, pick 2 or 3 oils that you have and do it that way. But here is just a quick guideline for you. So if, for example, you want a grounding blend, okay, then look at your grounding oils. So sandalwood, Hawaiian sandalwood, vetiver, cedarwood, patchouli, spikenard. Love spikenard. They are all beautiful grounding oils. So that one is really good. You can then add to that grounding. You can then add some tangerine or bergamot, which is an uplifting one, or you could add some ylang ylang, which is a soothing oil. It just depends what you want from your blend. Obviously, if you're going to stick lavender, I was about to say lavender and peppermint, which isn't a bad idea, because what that does, it gives you if you're studying, for example, it gives you the calmness of the lavender, but keeps you awake with the peppermint. So it's actually not such a silly blend. But there's lots of, in the ebook, there is a whole pile of lists of uplifting oils, soothing oils, renewing oils, harmonizing ones, energizing, warm grounding, and calm oils. So you can do it that way. You can pick from different categories. I already mentioned that if I was going to do a mint one, I would add a citrus one. Citrus goes with everything. You can put your citrus oils with your grounding oils. You can put them with your focus oils. You can put them with your spice oils. You can use them anyway. Okay, although diffusers that's your diffuser, remember, offer a simple way to use essential oils, there are countless other methods that will allow you to experience the aromatic benefits of essential oils through the air. As you become more familiar with essential oils, it is easy to add variety to your options for aromatic use. Take a look at some of the ideas below. Oh, I read that one. That was pretty obvious I was reading, wasn't it? But what it does have below, it has this great chart that talks about different ways to use it. So you can use them. Let's go through them really quickly. Diffuse them during your yoga practice to promote relaxing, focusing, grounding, or energizing feelings. You can spray essential oils on clothing for a pleasant scent throughout the day. You can add a drop to the dryer sheet or even just like onto a washer or a tea towel or something in your dryer. With a batch of drying for a clean scent, add 1 or 2 drops to home surface cleanser. Diffuse essential oils during a bubble bath to create a spa-like environment. My favourite for that is frankincense, because that just calms me straight down. Although when we were in a spa in Big Tang Island, you walked in and they were diffusing lemongrass, and Kendra just lost it. She was like, oh my God, I love it here. And she just wanted to hang out there every day because that's her favourite smell. And so, yeah, whenever we put that smell on, we're all back at Bintang Island, it's not a bad idea. Maybe I should put lemongrass on today. Apply oil to cotton balls and place in the air vents of your car, or even under the seat. Okay, now your citrus oils are great. Careful with your oils on the plastic surfaces because they can corrode them a little bit. But if you put it on the cotton bud and stick it in the under the seat on the carpet, then that's a great way, and that will then get that smell through the car as well. Okay, diffuse essential oils in the car during road trips, and I do have the little peso diffuser, and I've also got one or two of the new Rome diffusers that fit in the car. So I'll show you this one because this one's actually pretty cool. It's brand new. It's only just arrived, and I do have a couple of them. Look at that one. How cute is that? Okay, and it runs off the USB. Okay, so same thing. You lift it up, fill it up, and if it does, when it runs out, it turns itself off. But it's a really cool looking one, that one. So a little bit different. Okay, and fits in the cup holder of your car. Righto, diffuse essential oils to promote relaxing environment that will help promote restful sleep. Diffuse essential oils when studying for a test to help promote focus and motivation. Place a drop in your hand and rub the palms together. This would be my favourite way to do it. One drop in your hand. Okay, rub your hands together. Need to take my glasses off for this one. And just breathe it in. And that was frankincense, by the way. I love that one. Okay, breathe it in. If you still feel you've got some on your hands, rub it on the back of your neck, rub it on your lower back. Use it up. Don't waste it. It will soak straight in. Now, one quick one there. Your hands are quite thick and can take most of the oils. Don't then rub your eyes, okay? Cup it over your nose, and if you're going to sort of rub your eyes, we've all learnt recently that eyes, nose and mouth and ears are very sensitive areas. So if you plan on rubbing or touching any of those, go and wash your hands. Okay, diffuse essential oils before work to promote self-confidence and after work for relaxing relief after a long day. Peppermint in the car on your way home if you're still driving to work. Peppermint on the way home wakes you up so that you're alert for the drive home, which is good. Mix oil and water in a spray bottle and spritz over furniture, carpet and other linens. Okay, obviously you're always going to have to shake it because water and oil don't mix together. Diffuse essential oils when you are expecting company to help the air smell clean, fresh and inviting. Anything with cinnamon makes it smell like you've been cooking up a storm, and it's a really welcoming sort of smell. Mix oil and water in a spray bottle and spritz over furniture, carpet and other linens. Diffuse essential oils when you're expecting company. Didn't I just say that one? Oh, okay. It's all right. It's got it set on a different tab there to help with the air smell clean. And the last one, I'm going to have to just move this because I can't see it. Diffuse essential oils during your morning routine for an uplifting, invigorating start to your day. And stick a few drops of essential oil on a newspaper and place in the bottom of the trash can to help with the smell. So there are lots and lots of ways to use your oils aromatically. And thank you for joining me. Stay tuned on the Oil Hut, and on YouTube you'll find us under Tia the Oil Lady. Okay, stay tuned for the next class. I'm not sure what the next one will be. Like I said, I've got about 12 ebooks. So over the next couple of weeks we will go through each one. Thanks for joining.